Welcome back to the show. As you know, I'm a fan of horror movies. So spooky. But did you know I'm also an epic gamer? I am a gamer. Not because I don't have a life, but because I choose to have many. For some reason, whenever I say this to a girl I like, she stops replying to my DMs. I'm not sure what that's about. Anyway, these last couple weeks, I've been destroying Doom the Dark Ages, blasting through an army of demons from hell and showing them who's boss. Oh, I fell down. Weren't supposed to see that. It's a fun game, I like it, and I've just always loved Doom in general. I find comfort in knowing that if I'm ever sad and I need something to cheer me up, I can just fire up Doom 2 and have a literal blast. Very few things in life can come close to being as satisfying as shooting a Hell Knight in the f***ing face with your super shotgun. But did you know that they also made Doom movies too? Yes, movies, plural. There's a straight-to-video 2019 reboot. Did you know that? And although I am an epic gamer, I remain first and foremost a movie lover. So let's open up a portal to hell and let's watch the terrible Doom movies. Doom, released in 2005, starring The Rock, from the director of Maximum Impact. Yes, my favorite movie. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so we're on Mars, and the movie opens with a... Here we go, Dutch angle, weird frame rate, awkward zoom, this guy falling down. Hey, what the hell is going on? I don't know, but Dr. Carmack escapes. Hold up, wait, what's his name again?
Dr. Carmack.
Oh, right. Anyway, the scene ends as the demon appears. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, fade to black. I guess it's commercial time.
Oil of Olay, beauty fluid or luxurious cream to help keep you looking younger too.
Okay, back to the movie. So we get to know our... Wait.
It's so sheer and greaseless, it sinks right in.
Time to get to know our group of memorable, charming, fleshed-out characters. Yeah. We got Sarge. We got Reaper.
Not this time, John.
Oh, wait, Reaper's not going. Oh, wait, Reaper's going.
Reaper.
There's Duke. Mac. Destroyer. The Kid. That's way too confusing. I already forgot who everyone is. Ah, screw it. Let's just call them men.
Listen up, man. Men, look in. Circle up, man. Men, gentlemen. Men.
We're obviously going for an aliens/predator vibe here, except it's not very good. But although the characters are terrible, I do like Carl Urban as an actor. Everybody does.
And I'll tickle your bones.
The man delivers his shit dialogue and he gives it his all. And special mention to Richard Brake as well, who's great in everything I've seen him in. Even when he's in a movie I don't like, he always gives a memorable performance. Like when he sees a cow in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, remember that?
A cow! What? Cow!
What a weird movie. Anyway, the mission is simple. Look for survivors and retrieve the data.
My name. It is pronounced Data.
Oh?
Alright, let's get to it. So they teleport to Mars. Woo!
Ugh. Is it always that rough?
They meet up with Samantha, played by Rosamund Pike. She's supposed to be Carl Urban's twin sister, and it's convincing since they took two actors that look identical. And quick question, is she supposed to be British, or is she just very bad at hiding her accent?
Excuse me, but I have orders to retrieve data from 3 servers.
Retrieve data from 3 servers. It's like trying to convince people that English is my native tongue. It's unconvincing.
We're primarily an archaeological operation.
You're British.
Alright, we're ready to go in, but just before that, how about a little racist line?
You don't look like a Mac.
Okay, thanks, perfect. It's gonna age very well. Let's tease the BFG real quick.
BFG.
And now for the plot. What is going on in this movie? So basically, they learned that ancient humanoids were genetically enhanced by a mysterious gene of some sort, which made them stronger and smarter.
We're bringing out more every day.
You're British.
But I know what you're thinking, and the screenwriter knows what you're thinking. If they're so smart, how come they're so dead?
They were so smart, how come they're so dead?
Whoa! Anyway, they find Dr. Carmack. Remember Dr. Carmack?
Carmack.
Carmack? Dr. Carmack. Dr. Carmack. Carmack. Dr. Carmack.
Wait, who was that again? I don't know. I can't recall. And he seems to be doing pretty good. Ah! Oh yeah, no, he's turning into a monster. In fact, everyone is in this facility. Even this naked lady here. Oh, hold up. Okay, awooga. Oh god, never mind. Yeah, it's more of a zombie movie at this point. Reminds me of that Resident Evil movie. Everyone loves those. Zombies in an underground tunnel, pretty much. Yeah. The first hour of this movie is all about people walking in corridors, shooting at zombies here and there, with rock music kicking in. Then back to walking, looking around with a very serious face, some generic military lines like "Contact report!" Contact report! A bit more shooting, more walking. A monkey! Yeah, and back to walking around, but this time there's a little bit of water.
We got a Dr. Willits.
Okay.
Steve Willits.
Uh-huh, okay.
Move out.
Oh. I guess that's the scene. And remember when I briefly mentioned the plot earlier? Yeah, no development on that whatsoever. Just wanted to keep you posted.
No blood match. Can't be good, right?
Okay, more walking, more shooting, and shooting. Except this time I can't see anything that's happening. You know what? Screw it. Let's throw in a fake jump scare in there.
Hey!
I feel like it would have helped if there were, I don't know, stakes, conflict, anything to care about other than we have to look for survivors.
What?
Well, I guess they at least nailed the video game part of it, because the group finds Samantha again and she gives them a new objective location for the main mission.
There's a pressure door at the end of the north corridor.
Wait, don't forget the side fetch quest.
I need a power bone saw. There's one in the procedure room. Down the corridor on the left.
Thank you. Do hurry, please.
Alright, that'll keep us busy from coming up with a plot. Then the cow guy has the reasonable idea to maybe call for backup since they already have a man down and they're obviously outnumbered against a threat they barely even understand.
We're not calling him backup.
Basically, he says, we have no idea what we're dealing with here. Maybe we should follow the procedure and call in reinforcements. But The Rock says, no, shut up. Smart. Thank Christ, we finally see Mars. God, I was getting claustrophobic in there. Look at that, we see a little bit of the outside. At last, we can get out of those corridors and change the scenery. Some variation with the set pieces. Go out and explore this massive world filled with lore. Oh no, wait. Oh wait, we're not doing that. Never mind. Well, that's annoying, but I do love this decapitation. It's great. One more time. Alrighty, anything new with the plot, Rosamund Pike? Any development here? Or stakes? Or things I should care about? Okay. Hey, look at that. We can hear her screaming loudly, but she's obviously not screaming. Nice, good job. Well, the movie might be light on plot, but how about character development? Got any of that for me?
I gotta take a dump.
Oh, let's get back to killing demons. How about that? And what better way to do this than by unlocking the BFG? Possibly the only game-accurate thing this movie has to offer, so that's cool. Hell yeah. And keeping up with the positives, this demon looks really cool. Great design, great practical effects. The only problem is that I literally can't see a single thing that's happening on screen. What? What happened? Uh-huh. Did he just throw a television at it or something? What was that? I don't know. Well, that guy's dead. This guy's dead. Dr. Carmack's dead. Wait, who was that again?
Carmack.
Carmack? Dr. Carmack. Dr. Carmack. Carmack. Dr. Carmack.
I don't know, I can't recall. And as for the very small plot development, big shocker, turns out this big evil facility is a big evil facility. And it's been experimenting on humans, but then, whoa, they turned into monsters. When your Doom movie adaptation is more faithful to Resident Evil than it is the Doom video games, I don't know, I feel like there's a little problem here. So I have one question. Just one question. Where are the goddamn demons from hell? They sort of vaguely allude to hell here and there.
Let's talk about devils.
Devils!
Don't you get it? It's this place. It's hell. It always was.
But that's it. Barely a little nod. And sure, in the video game, the UAC was doing experiments and stuff like that. I get that. But it was all about harvesting the powers of hell. And then demons showed up and everything went to shit. This is just the same old evil scientist experiment on humans gone wrong storyline we've seen a million times before. And I feel like this is treated as some sort of a big reveal. Like, oh, turns out the monsters are actually humans who were experimented on?
Oh my god.
But like, I know that. Everyone figured it out. Is that your plot twist?
Oh my god.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh my god.
Okay, stop saying that.
Oh my god.
And the other stupid, confusing twist, if you want to call it that, is that, please correct me if I got this wrong, but I think Okay, so people have been injected with this C24 serum that turned them into monsters, except some didn't turn. They instead developed superhuman abilities. So Samantha's theory here is that if the person's soul has evil in it, then they'll turn into a demon.
What?
But if the person's soul doesn't have evil in it, I don't know, you'll turn into f***ing Homelander, I guess? Did I get that right? Is that really what's happening here?
There are genetic markers for psychotic and violent behavior.
Okay.
10% of the human genome is still unmapped. Some say it's the genetic blueprint for the soul.
What?
Latching onto numbers in the DNA code linked.
Linked to what? Evil?
What are you talking about?
Some it made superhuman. Others monsters.
Oh, okay. Just don't think about it. Anyway, after that, the monsters teleport back to Earth, which is frightening. I mean, this could lead to the end of the world, but it's not like you're gonna notice a difference or anything. Yeah, we're back to more walking around corridors that look identical to the ones on Mars. How did this cost $65 million to make? I literally have no idea, but they shoot a couple of Resident Evil zombies, again, in this Doom movie adaptation of the video game, which has a wide variety of crazy, awesome-looking demons. Now let's go with Resident Evil zombies. Come on, stop it. Well, I'm glad they took the time to show this lady's boob. Thanks very much for that. And The Rock is a bad guy now.
Look, do not kill everybody. I repeat, do not kill everybody. They're not all infected.
Yeah, he knows a lot of innocent people aren't infected by the monsters, but he still wants to kill them all. He even kills one of his own men just because he didn't obey. Jeez, dude, relax. Why are you even doing this? You know they're not infected. Why don't you just let him go? What are you doing? No idea, don't think about it. But they get interrupted by a demon, a monster, zombie. I think even they don't know what these things are. And you know how it's become somewhat of a meme nowadays to talk about bad cringe humor or quippy Marvel humor in modern movies? You know, like someone saying, oh, he's right behind me, isn't he?
He's standing right behind you, isn't he?
Yeah. You know how cringe that is?
They're behind me, aren't they?
Well, Marvel fans rejoice. They actually say that in this movie.
Oh, there's something behind me, isn't there?
To their credit, in 2005, they didn't know it would become the cringiest possible thing you can put in your movie. But once again, I really like the monster design here. Oh, he's gone. Come on. Come on, come back. Stop running. Please come back. Can we just get a little bit of action in this action movie, please? Okay, sure, no problem. Back to the Resident Evil zombies. Again. I think I'm starting to get a little frustrated. Just give me an imp. Just give me an imp. Or have the zombies look cool, at least. No, you can't do that? Alright, well, this guy dies in a burst of atrocious CG blood. What was his name again? Duke? Oh, of course, of course. And now it's time for the big finale. Here we go. So get this. Carl Urban is bleeding to death. So Samantha injects him with the T-virus, I mean the C24 serum, of course, which, yes, turns him into a super soldier. I mean, I guess that's their way of turning Carl Urban into the Doomslayer, but it still doesn't make any sense.
Some it made superhuman.
Yeah. But this does lead to everyone's favorite scene of the movie, myself included, which is, of course, the POV scene of him just destroying the monsters one after the other. They're going full-on first-person shooter action here. It's a little clunky here and there. It's a little awkward, but overall, extremely entertaining. It's a great scene, because for once, it actually slightly looks and feels like the video game, which is what I'd rather be playing instead of watching this dumbass piece of shit movie. And hey, look at that, we even get a couple of demons. There's even a Pinky, and also the classic chainsaw, which appears out of nowhere. Okay, alright, goddamn, about time they did something right in this movie. Good job, this was fun. I had fun. But we're not done yet, folks. Can you smell it? Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Smells like trouble to me because yes, The Rock's been infected and he turns out to be the big baddie of the movie. Well, at least he looks better than Scorpion King The Rock. Jesus Christ. But I guess he forgot he was in a movie because he just starts wrestling with Carl Urban. That's right, a super enhanced soldier fighting a zombie infected The Rock. That's the scene and it pretty much goes exactly how you would expect. It looks great and it's not embarrassing at all. Okay, let's end with a shitty one-liner.
Go to hell.
Great, perfect. Let's blow things up, and that's it. We're out of here. No, seriously. We're done. Everything explodes, and it's over. The movie's over.
Almost home.
Ends on a kick-ass Nine Inch Nails song, though. Hell yeah. Okay, stop it, Trent. I don't want to get copyright claimed. And that was Doom 25. 25? What the fuck am I even talking? And that is the Doom 2005 movie, which I've always considered to be a guilty pleasure of mine, similar to AVP. Not great, but entertaining enough. You know, I'd watch it on cable back in the day and I'd have a good time.
Doom.
But revisiting it now, I'm kind of shocked at how lame and boring and cheap it is. AVP at least had some fun monster action and the queen at the end. This is just buff guys walking in corridors for 2 hours with a couple of zombies that show up here and there, and that's it. That's really it. It's such a shame looking at the BTS and how cool the demons look. They spent so much time and effort on those practical effects and creature designs, and yet it isn't shown in the movie. You either get zombies, CGI monsters, or practical demons that are shrouded in darkness, making it absolutely impossible to see anything. With, of course, some terrible editing on the side to make it extra annoying. I laughed out loud watching the making of featurette where they show the monsters and they all look fantastic. They just look so great. And then they briefly cut to a shot from the actual movie and it's complete shit. What the hell am I even looking at here? Here's an idea. How about don't end the movie with a wrestling match against The Rock and instead have a fight against a big fucking demon? How about that?
Oh, really? Punks.
And keeping up with the AVP comparisons, well, Doom has the same problem I had with AVP, where it could have been a fun universe to explore, tons of lore and a lot of potential. You have a wide variety of demons to choose from. You can explore Mars, you can explore Hell, but it ends up being a movie that takes place entirely in an underground tunnel with people you don't care about, barely any action or gore, and you can't see anything that's happening. And of course, it looks so cheap. It's like the same 4 corridor sets reused over and over again. Come on, how did this cost $65 million? I have absolutely no idea. With inflation, that would be around $100 million today. $100 million!
Really?
I really don't get it. Doom Annihilation had a budget of $4 million, and it pretty much looks the same. Obviously, this is not a good adaptation of the game. You already knew that. I get that they're going for a Doom 3 vibe, more so than the original games, meaning dark corridors, a slower pace, more horror, less action. I get that, that's fine. The problem is, there is no tension. There is no horror. You're not claustrophobic. You're not scared of what's hiding behind every corner. You're just following stupid military meat sacks, and one of them has to take a shit.
I gotta take a dump.
Get out of there. This has nothing to do with Doom. The identity of the games, whichever one, is completely missing here, which, as a fan, is disappointing. Yeah, we get the BFG, but it's only used twice, and he misses twice.
You missed. You missed.
Yeah, the single best video game weapon of all time was utterly useless. It didn't kill a single thing in the movie. He just missed his fucking shots with the BFG. Yeah, there's a chainsaw, which is cool, but it's also barely used. I don't even know if he hit the pinky once with it. There are apparently imps and a Hell Knight, but they're not accurate to the game whatsoever. And the most important of all, I mean, it's so obvious. They took Hell out of the story completely, which is what the whole goddamn game is about. My theory here is that they thought Hell would be too goofy, too silly.
Don't be silly.
A portal to Hell? That's stupid. So they went with a virus that turns people into monsters if their soul is scientifically evil. That's much better.
Some it made superhuman. Others monsters.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Well, maybe the characters are good at least. A good one. Yeah, think of the most obvious, cliche, stereotypical ragtag army guys possible, and it's even lazier than that.
Daddy's home.
Serious leader, young recruit, horny weirdo, comedic relief, good guy protagonist. Alright, sure, but I don't know these guys. Like, who are these people? The only thing I know about them is that these guys are the best.
The guys looking for him are the best.
Okay, good to know.
The guys looking for him are the best.
I wish I liked this more than I did. It's just, it doesn't have any charm. It's not bad enough to be funny bad. It's not decent enough to be mildly entertaining. It's just bland, forgettable, very repetitive, and it left me a little disappointed. I'm gonna give Doom 2 rocks out of 5. Better luck next time, I guess? Oh, fuck. Shit, damn it. After the huge success of the 2016 video game reboot, Universal decided to greenlight a new Doom movie with about 1/16 of the budget, directed by Tony Gilvio, director of Soccer Dog, the movie, of course. But hold on, things aren't looking all that bad. Tony said this was a passion project. He wanted to be more faithful to the video games, which is nice. He said Universal watched it and loved it.
Everybody here at Universal was very excited about the film. They watched it, they loved it.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Although there was apparently a little bit of controversy following the release of the first trailer, as people got mad that the Doomslayer was evidently not going to be in the movie. The director said he wanted to focus on a strong female character instead, taking inspiration from Aliens and Terminator, which I always find funny. Whenever you ask someone to name a strong female character, they immediately go, Ripley! It's Sarah Connor! Oh, cool. Can you name another one?
Dude, Ripley! Back when movies were good!
Like, how obvious can you get? Spoiler alert, our main character, Joan, is, well, yeah, we're not quite there. Somehow, James Cameron did a slightly better job at writing a protagonist. Who would have thought? But anyway, this Tony guy, Tony's pretty funny. I watched an interview with him, well, the only one there is for this movie, and he's drinking his beer, got his Scarface poster in the background. He says Evil Dead's his favorite movie. Basically, think of a college film student, but who's now 39 and he's still trying to have a career, which I can only respect. I mean, it's still better than what I'm doing with my life. Listen, I'm open-minded. I just want to have some fun. Let me go ahead and lower my expectations. Let's check it out and see if it's as bad as everyone says. So we opened in a research facility and something went wrong, and this guy's a demon now. Just a very, very basic, obvious opening to set up the conflict. But the story actually begins when we meet our protagonist, Joan. And look at that, she wakes up from her cryogenic pod in her underwear. I wonder what the inspiration for this was. I got no clue. But right off the bat, whoa, cringe. Everything's cringe. The dialogue is just ass.
You got a lucky pair of undies.
This guy's playing on his Oculus. This lady says she learned to speak French perfectly with an app, which she clearly didn't.
Oui, mon ami. Cela affectionne parfaitement.
J'ai rien compris. Ton français est à chier.
Ne sois pas jaloux.
I mean, I'm sure you have eyes you can see for yourselves. They're literally plagiarizing Alien. It's the same fucking scene. But do you get it? It's an homage. It's an homage. Hey, quick tip for young filmmakers. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. It has never worked once, ever, and it will never work. Ever. Yeah, things aren't looking good. And then they do this obvious cliche thing where the funders of the operation want to shut things down after this happened. But this scientist says he's close to perfecting his teleporter, so he goes against the orders and he decides to use the teleporter himself, and obviously everything goes wrong. I mean, Tony did say he was a big Sam Raimi fan, so he thought, let's have our bad guy be a Spider-Man villain? How about that?
And I had sent a letter to Sam Raimi.
Sometimes you gotta do things yourself. Get me the chlorapyrene.
The what? The what?
It's been done to death, and it's not done very well in this movie. But then again, what was I expecting with this? Okay, so the portal to hell has been opened, and the demons are loose. All right, here we go. Oh, didn't have the budget to show that, I guess. Then again, what was I expecting with this? So obviously, irritatingly obviously, the Space Marines are on a mission to rescue people and kill the demons, just like the 2005 movie and just like that other little movie. What was it again? Aliens?
It's Aliens.
I just find it funny how the director was kind of bashing the 2005 Doom movie.
You know, they weren't looking at the potential of that new game coming out. They were only looking at what the Rock movie didn't produce. So. Yeah.
Okay. Saying it wasn't accurate to the game and it was just a big blockbuster starring The Rock and nothing more. And then you get to his movie, his passion project, and it's just the same thing again. Military guys walking around in corridors, it's just the same thing again. I know it's the obvious thing to say at this point, but I don't know. Why not just have Doom Guy as your main character? I feel like it's pretty simple. I mean, we're not asking for much. Just non-stop crazy gory action. That's it. That's all we want. But no, back to Space Marines and cheap sets. Whatever. There's a couple of references like a shotgun and someone saying Ultra Nightmare.
You're also nightmare.
Which is a difficulty option in the game. Hell symbols written in blood. Colored key cards. There's a few POV shots like it's an FPS. It's cute. They're trying. Yeah, come on. 35 minutes in. No demons yet. I'd say it's about time we get an action scene. What do you think? Or a fake jump scare. Yeah, everybody loves those. But soon enough, we do get our first action scene, and haha, yeah, they're doing Resident Evil again. A literal exact copy of the first zombie from the first Resident Evil game. It's the same shot. But this time we're doing something completely different. It's nothing like that stupid 2005 movie with The Rock.
The Rock movie.
And before people get mad and yell at me, yes, I know there are undead enemies in the Doom games. I know that. Except they look like this and not this. The gore is pretty good though. Yeah, that was cool. This zombie's dead. I wonder who this was.
Dr. John Carmack.
Carmack, huh? Nope, doesn't ring a bell. Then they hear something behind a wall and they say, come out or we're gonna shoot you. And it turns out there's a scientist lady with a group of survivors. So you'd think she would go, hello, I'm human. Please don't shoot. I'm harmless. I'm not gonna hurt you. Please don't shoot me. I'm a human. But no, she doesn't do that. Instead, she bursts out yelling, don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Realistically, she'd be riddled with bullets at this point, but no, she's fine. Oh, Jesus. Okay, never mind. What follows is a very basic, mediocre action scene where they shoot a couple zombies. Again, nothing we haven't seen before. I feel like I'm watching the first movie all over again, but it's decent, mindless entertainment. In fact, I'd argue the action is better than the 2005 movie because I can at least see what's happening, so that's nice.
Nice.
So a couple of soldiers get killed, but gun to my head, I could not name a single one. Who's this? Did we see her before? But seriously though, Joan is kicking ass over there. This specific fight scene here is surprisingly good. Definitely the best of the movie. She pulls out the chainsaw and goes on a killing spree, blood spurting on her face. Her acting's good. This is actually better than the $65 million movie, since they actually put in the effort to choreograph an action scene instead of having people shooting at nothing. Okay, moving on. Joan and her friend are now in this hallway, while this other guy is in the exact same hallway, except the lights are green now. I guess they thought we wouldn't notice that it's the same set, but then again, what was I expecting with this? There's more shooting, shooting some more, shooting zombies, stabbing zombies, shooting zombies, and the captain's dead. Hey, at least I kind of remember who this was.
I'm gonna come home. Guess not.
Yes, the movie's shit, but there's a lot of shooting. So I guess it's accurate to the game in that sense. But I think it's time we move on from the zombies. We've seen enough zombies already. Come on, let's get to the demons. Hold up, we need a little exposition dump before we get there.
Point to another without traversing the physical...
Shut up, let me save you the trouble. Long story short, the UAC wanted to colonize planets. They found portals to hell. The portal's been opened. Demons got out and they're gonna take over the world. Okay, thanks, got it. After that, an imp shows up. Like an actual imp from the video game. With fireballs and everything. Huh. Keeping in mind that the budget of this movie is laughably low, it doesn't look all that bad. It's like a really, really good cosplay. I dig it. So they do the best they can with the action. There's more shooting and more fighting. I don't care about anything that's happening, but my monkey-brained dopamine triggers are tingled ever so slightly. And to raise the stakes a little, they only have 30 minutes to escape the place before something happens I actually forgot. I don't remember. I think the base is gonna blow up or something. Not to worry though, they turn the power back on, and now all they have to do is call for help. No big deal. Except, against all odds, it turns out the evil scientist was an evil scientist all along. Again, they seem to treat this as some sort of a big twist, but everyone has figured it out since, like, the opening scene.
Now, these gates are the greatest discovery in the history of mankind, and they will not be sacrificed. I will not allow it!
Oh, who could have seen this coming? As expected, a couple more imps show up, and it's time for another cheap action scene. Just flip the switch to monkey brain again, and you might have a decent time. It's just more of the same B-movie schlock. It could have been worse. Although, we're nearing the end of the movie, and I'm starting to get the feeling that the zombies and the imps are the only demons we're gonna get in this movie. In this Doom movie that the director said would be more faithful to the video games and focus more on the demons. That's an actual quote from him. Where are all these guys? Almost certainly a budget issue, of course, but I'm still a little disappointed. That said though, it's the climax of the movie, baby. The big finale. So they're going all in with the fan service. Here we go. Joan finds the BFG.
That's the BFG 9000.
It sure is, Joan. It sure is. Then she defeats the bad guy. Yeah, come on, shoot him. Come on, Come on, shoot him, Joan. There you go. And then, yes, Joan actually teleports to hell. Those crazy bastards did it. They did something that resembles the video game ever so slightly. And you know what? For a low-budget movie, this doesn't look terrible. Look at this. That's actually not half bad. Now, it turns out I was wrong. There actually is a new kind of demon at the end, except it's not one from the game. It's a made-up ruler of hell who looks like a Lord of the Rings bad guy. I don't know, if you're gonna use the remaining CGI budget you have left on a final boss fight, why not have it be one of the bad guys from the game? I don't get it. Man, I wish the icon of sin would show up. That would have been great. Anyway, well, maybe at least he'll put up a good fight. Oh, no, he's dead. I don't know, I kind of expected a little more from the overruler of hell. But Joan blows the place up, she gets teleported back to Earth, and everything seems fine now. Except, oh no. They end on a shitty cliffhanger. Yeah, at this point, I think the screenwriter just gave up. Well, maybe we'll get to see what happens in the sequel. Haha, just kidding. And that was Doom Annihilation. And it's exactly what you think it is. A ridiculously cheap straight-to-video movie trying to profit off the success of the game reboot, with a director doing his best with what he has. But obviously, we got cheap sets, mediocre action scenes, average acting.
Oui, mon ami. C'est l'affection.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay creature designs, and the most basic plot you can possibly imagine: space marines fighting monsters.
I've seen this before.
I'll give the movie credit though, I do think the main actor is really good. You know, she's doing the best she can.
Malfunction. You gotta be kidding.
There's an attempt at developing the character. She's a disgraced soldier. Like, everybody hates her because she made a mistake that one time, and so she feels regret, she feels bad. It really is the bare minimum, but it's something. As a movie, Doom Annihilation is cheap garbage, but I appreciate the effort. There's no reason for this to look nearly as good as the $65 million film. That's just crazy to me. I'm still waiting for a Doom movie where we're gonna get to see more than just imps and zombies, though. I want to see a cyber demon on the big screen. Is that too much to ask? Yeah, I don't know. Let's go with 2 imp fireballs out of 5. I don't really know how to rate this, honestly. Like, the first Doom is obviously the more competent movie, but Annihilation has its little B-movie charm. You know what both of these films have in common, though? They suck. They're shit. So I'm good. Never watching these movies ever again in my life. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go back to slaying demons in the Dark Ages. Oh, it's just I messed up this one time, but then God damn it. Well, it's this one guy who keeps killing me. I just need to... Fuck! Anyway, until next time, keep watching horror movies. It's good for your health. Bye-bye.